This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Today we're bringing you an early performance test on the Kobe 11. I was able to play in them a few times and some really good points and one lacking point. But what I really wanted to do to give you the evolution of the Kobes, where they've come, if they're worth their $200, and in some aspects where they're the best in the game. So we're going to get right into it. So the Kobe 11 is a true low top, and I actually think it's the lowest Kobe has done, and they went back to the roots as far as trying to make it as lightweight as possible. But the low top, lightweight heritage comes from the Kobe 4. Ironically enough, the Kobe 4 actually still has the same zoom in the heel, lunar in the forefoot. This is the first time this package was done together. For lightweight, they actually started with fuse, kept a little natural leather in the foreground, but this low top was the first of its kind and really sparked the generation of low top shoes. Now, where that first started was not the 4, 5 took a hit, but the 6 was really a game changer for low top shoes. Had zoom air in the forefoot, actually as a meta bag right into the big toe, and had a really big zoom pad in the heel, similar to what the heel size is in the 11. Really lightweight, all new material, were just super flexible, and they really took it up a notch. And the same thing through the history. 7 was kind of weak. 8 really took it up a notch. And this is where they started to really evolve with engineer mesh, and the cushion really started to evolve in making this lightweight. Now this is, to my knowledge, the second lightest basketball shoe ever made to the Adidas Crazy Light 2 or Crazy Light 3. Now it was only about 0.3 ounces heavier, but with that you had better traction, better cushion, better support, just a better overall shoe. And to this day, there's still guys who swear by the 8. I personally have 5 pairs, and this was a standard set. Now the evolution from that was in materials. They brought in the Flyknit 9. Up until the 11, this was the best fitting shoe on my foot that I've ever worn. Now we can talk about the Jordan 29, obviously the Jordan 30 coming out soon, but the fit on this was phenomenal. And what they really did was take this traction of the human foot. You can kind of see the big toes, the little toes, where your forefoot is. This traction, no matter what you did, was amazing. You barely had to wipe, stuck on any floor. The only negative, if there is one, it wore down quick. So I actually did have some heel rub on here, and I've only worn these on court. And that takes us to the 11. Where does it jump up? Where does it go down? And we'll get that into that in a second, but really we'll talk about the evolution of the cushioning real quick. Now the Kobe 7 was not a game changer by any means. Had a lot of faults, but it did bring with it something that I wish Nike would really step wholeheartedly into. It brought us the swappable midsole, where the whole shoe was a unibody construction and it was no longer outsole, midsole, upper. Now they gave you the option of strong and fast, where they actually brought a Cushlon insole and a forefoot and heel zoom. But this was in a Phylon that was super hard, so to me, I really didn't feel much as a zoom. Now they stepped it up for the Elite, which, as you can see, looks a little bit like your lunar color. Actually, it's the same damn color, but this actually is your Cushlon with, I don't know if you can get in on that, a full-length zoom cushioning. Cushioning on this is still really comfortable. The upper is hard, doesn't move with you. The shoe as itself is not great, but definitely a precursor of what to come. Now the Kobe 8 really changed the mold, and I love how they try to say on the Kobe 11 they made it molding and they try to put in all these flex grooves. Let's see how firm this is. It's fine. I have no idea. It doesn't need the cuts. It doesn't need anything gimmicky. This was actually really nice. Now I prefer the Kobe 9s simply because they added about 15-20% more lunar. Not much, but it was enough for a big man like myself. It was a little bit better. Now the Kobe 8s also came in a couple different models that most people didn't realize. The Superhero package had a forefoot and heel zoom air, and the Nike Elites had zoom in the heel and actually had your sensors in the forefoot in a lunar cushioning. It's funny how similar that looks, huh? So going into it, this actually feels really nice. Now, it doesn't feel as good simply because you do have the sensors in here, so it blocks some of that would-be cushioning, but it definitely shows you what Kobe liked and where he was going, and how injury plagued him throughout the last couple years, and how they had to make those changes on the Kobe 10, and the 11s are really going back to what he wants, and I believe what the best cushioning is. Now, going to the Kobe 11, you have the option to get full-length Zoom Air on Nike ID, which surprisingly, if you have a LeBron 11, it's the same insole. So I would behoove anybody who can get LeBron 11 now on the cheap for 80 bucks, 100 bucks. It's a lot cheaper than buying a $245 Nike ID shoe just to get that full-length Zoom. Now, this is going to give you a little bit thicker lunar, but it fits in it fine, and it's definitely not necessarily an upgrade, but a lot different feel where it gives you more cushioning, and if you're a big dude, it's going to be a lot more comfortable. Now, what I also like, this is the first time in the Kobe line they brought in that textured surface where it's not just rubber or whatever that is. That's just straight foam. So it's not bad, but you did actually have some slippage on it. So the upgrades on here, the upgrades to supposedly make this more flexible, which honestly it really doesn't, but it doesn't matter. This is a bit thicker, so that's where the cushioning is coming from. And that Zoom pad is definitely quite a bit thicker, and it is thicker than the full-length one on here. So you're getting that heel impact protection the same way they did in the Nike Kobe 10. So now for the actual performance review and where it matters most and where it went. For 2015, I would say the standard for all performance was the Jordan 29. By far, had a performance woven upper, giant Zoom pad in the forefoot, unlock Zoom, felt great, and I'm going to compare that really quickly. And I believe where Kobe took a lot of inspiration was from that Hyperfeel. Really low top, got that true Flyknit. You can kind of see how it's stretchy, comes out how it's supposed to, molds to your foot. And another aspect that looks really simpler, you have that Nike Free, flexible lunar. So now you can see where the inspiration came from. How did they perform? Where did this come from? Your Kobe 9, your Kobe 10 Flyknit was really just plastic. They put Flyknit on top. This gives you that same flex. This molded to my foot out of the box. After 2 hours of play, I don't know if you could tell, it actually molds my fat foot immediately. Probably took maybe 20 minutes. So the fit is unbelievable. If you want to compare it to the 29 is going to fit like a sock. This still fits like an incredibly lightweight shoe that perfectly molds to your foot and gives you unbelievable support. The 29, you kind of have to trust the shoe. It's a sock. I don't know anybody who wants to play basketball in a sock, but you trust the shoe and it holds up and it's amazing. This is going to give you a lot more support, a lot more encouragement to do what you want to do on the court. Some of the aspects, the outrigger was nice, plants were nice, stability, cushion. I can't really say much negative about it. For $200 hard-earned money, this is going to be the best fitting basketball shoe out there, bar none. This is going to be probably one of the best cushioning out there, bar none. You're getting your money's worth. It really comes down to traction. It sucked. I don't know how else to put it. Now, I played in it when it came out Saturday night. I played in it Sunday night, and dusty courts were the mostly 24-hour gyms cleaning on a Monday morning. So this is after a long week, so I was sliding around the entire time. I was wiping my feet pretty much after every play. Now, the one thing I will tell you, when I first opened them up, this is incredibly tacky. So on a clean court, it's like glue. It's really nice. On a dusty court, it immediately grabs everything and holds it. It's similar to having a piece of tape and putting some coffee grinds on it. That tape's just not going to stick anymore. So I really believe I'm going to have to run this through water, clean it. I'm going to play it in a clean court and actually give a full updated review at a later time. But if you're playing on a high school court and it's clean, you're going to be good to go. If you're playing on a 24-hour gym, very disappointing on what this was offering, especially when you look at the Kobe 9 and where that came from, and even the Kobe 10 to that regard, where I barely had to wipe and forgot to wipe on most occasions. Now, I had one of the best games I played in it, meaning certain shoes, if you play well, you're going to keep wearing them, and that's what happened here. Cushioning was amazing, felt great on my knees, on my back, and again, that fit, I was able to play the entire time, and I just wanted to keep playing. So I hope that helps you. I hope it helps as far as how much money you're going to be spending for $200 shoot. Is it worth it? What is it better than? And to give you some ideas on what you can do with it and where it came from. This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, hit me with any comments or questions you have, and look forward to coming at you next time.